cool. It's a big opportunity for a lot of these players. I'm here. We got 20 seconds still, Joe, until we're ready to go. I believe all the players are in, and we're going to get into our first drop, the World Series of Warzone for Europe. $300,000 up for grabs amongst the captains, amongst the teams. People are going to make a run. Joe, I know they did their picks. I'm going to still go with Jukey's squad. I'm going with Jukey's and the boys.
Okay. Well, I want to be a little bit different for you. I'm going to go with Louis, Lennon, and Bath, because if they did win the last Twitch Rivals, they have a strategy. They're going to stick with it the way they kind of, you know, they have a squad chemistry right here.
All right, drop number 1. Time to go for the World Series of Warzone for Europe. Merc and I will be taking you through the action. It is going to be a glorious, glorious time, and we'll be hopping in. We'll have kind of the tri-feeds. We'll have the single POVs. We'll be going through it all, trying to keep you as much in the loop as we possibly can. But this first game is important and interesting for me. For these drops, can you get a spot that is clean with a quick loadout, that you're not spending too much time fighting or maybe getting into trouble and losing somebody early? Because another thing we didn't talk about in kind of the pregame is one of the most fun parts of this is the gulags. Like they're crazy. Every gulag's so competitive.
Yeah, and you know, we have a list of, a list of the competitors, and we asked them to give a short description of yourself, and some, just said I'm a tryhard. But we're on board here with Synapsis, and Synapsis, he just recently reached 1 million subs on YouTube. He's been playing and creating content since MW2, so congrats to him for hitting 1 million subs. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Well, they're going to be heading out to the bone zone, trying to get something going early. Get the cash. Fights here early game can be a bit of a nightmare, and they've got a bounty on them already, which is orange. So there's another team with them for here. Probably that blue mark you see on their mini map. I'm guessing a team dropped closer to, those 2 warehouses by the buy building. It turned yellow, so it looks like the team might be looting and working the other side.
They're just trying to, they have some good early weapons here. Well, you had a Bullfrog, you had a C58. I'm excited today to see if the CX9 kind of fits into the meta at all. Was running around with that a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't play yesterday. Did you? I remember when it was like in the game really briefly. I can't remember how you got it, but it was disgusting. I feel like the tweet says yesterday. Yeah, but it was only in for a brief period, right?
Yes, yeah, and then it just re-released. But when I played, you couldn't level it up, so you could last night. So I wonder if some of these players put the levels in, but the shots are in, and he's got some plates to work with. But we have our first fight here in Boneyard.
Oh my God! Here he's getting away. Like 30 HP, but there's gonna be the first pick and the first kill. But can they win this battle in Bone? And it looks like they've got a bounty up as well, just over by the Bone warehouse, is out to their right side. So there's probably 2 different teams they're gonna have to deal with, and that is not a fun fight. One has already got to the 3rd story rafters. It can be so difficult to take a person out of that position unless you have some utility to do so. Oh, and an airstrike in. Things are getting messy now. Oh, he's hitting down to 1 shot.
That is an early precision. Someone must have found that in a crate, or they just hit the buy right away. There's that Bullfrog trying to hit some shots, but that's just one. That's gonna be a whole team out. Well, they're all in the gulag now. They're just gonna have to try to reset. A tough first fight.
Yeah, I mean, you can't shoot through the bottom of those catwalks, so you've got to hit absolute beams if you're going to deal with somebody in that position. You kind of saw how difficult and frustrating it can be. But now the gulags is he's just pegging somebody with rocks. Oh, get it.
Well, someone got hit by one. Just someone got hit down to 99. There we go, though.
Yeah, I think like his second rock, he hit the person. All right, well, it's Magnum's up. Looking for the headshot. We'll see what Synapse can do.
Oh, he's getting call-outs. He's getting call-outs.
That's going to help you from both of his teammates. He's got every angle. Got to hit the shot zone. Now going to get stunned. I can't get away. Oh, stuns in the gulag. Yeah, as you know, Joe, that's my favorite thing.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Even though this is a World Series of Warzone, I would have 100% went for the assassination. But it looks like one of his teammates does get out. So now he's just got to pick, where do we want to go? Maybe they try to get a supply run if his teammate's able to win. But we're going to head over to Jukey's Wars and FIFA Kill. Well, you know these guys, they're just going to play with some pace, try to find some fights, and they're doing just that.
Oh, I think I see.
Get another bounce if we can.
FIFA's got my snipe Milano. He does. He's going to be right with Milano Swiss.
Daddy on me as well.
And that Milano, man, it's a good pocket gun to have with a sniper. You can use it close, medium range, even long range in some circumstances. Put a little like red dot or micro flex on it. It's nasty.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to the buy and get a UAV, boys. Okay.
And you can see them, right? They have loadout early on. They're just ready to take some fights. They want to take bounties. They want to get UAVs. One player's flying on in. I think that may have been the bounty, so they might try to take this fight. Well, we got a little bullfrog. One of my favorite blueprints, that square frog. Awesome. It looks great.
Listen, I'm gonna get his UAV, boys.
Got trophy on a Bertha as well. Just trying to get any information they can. And well, yeah, I mean, FIFA's going to go in here, but he's going to be a little bit safe because, as you said, only has the Milano and the Swiss.
Yeah, I was saying it has to be 2 teams because Wars took a snipe from like it looked like police or wide right. So look at the UAV up. Oh, well, climbing ladders, it's tough for the best of us.
Yeah. That happens to us all. Sometimes you just fall right back down. But Jukeyz, he's going to jump on over. And yeah, they saw the 2 teams. They want the bounty money, though. But it looks like there's only 2 players here.
He's outside, bro.
Has the dead silence, gonna find the first shots. Good shots on the methods there.
Nobody was.
And they're ready to go. They want to chow together, playing as a team.
He's down on the stairs.
Well, I'd love for him to get the full and try to reset the Deddy so he make a play behind it, but just playing it safe for now.
Stay with him. Stay with him.
We'll play behind the knock.
No, that's a knock. That's a knock. That's a knock.
He's running towards the other side, I think.
It looks like the second team that was over at Police. They might be
The guy's still here somewhere.
getting off in the chopper, just trying to get out of here. And what did we see, dude, when we watched this? Choppers are not necessarily the safe haven they can be in a public lobby.
Well, not now either. Because of Kriegs. What you have 2 Kriegs here, the laser beam that weapon is, even some really crisp C58 shots, you will get fried. So yeah, it's great to have that mobility on the map, especially these rotations. But it can be difficult if you run into the wrong team. Now maybe you just hope that someone doesn't have a launcher or has a loadout. But over to train station now. Columbus squad. So comms are intense. Maybe a fight nearby, but they have some cash, just trying to get some loadout.
Yeah, do you think the Krig is like the best AR we've had yet?
No.
It's got to be close to it. Just when you combine how hard it can hit with headshots and how straight of a laser it is, gotta be up there.
I think it's just really hard to compare it because of it's been a while since like the old create or the old draw. I think people forget the old draw. Okay, someone is turning the smoke. I love the smoke strats, but that player was flying, and they're going for the res. I think there was a trade quickly. Thank God this is trios.
Oh my God, look at his health when he goes to get the res in. But yeah, the trade comes in directly after. Look at the reses. Hopefully, maybe get some better loot in their hands. We've got what? First loadout dropping in about 30 seconds, so that'll help them out despite the fact they have cash for one of their own. So we'll see what the call is going to be.
But it's up there, though. It's up there for sure. Back to our AR discussion.
Oh, yeah. No, I was trying to think. Like, yeah, it's been so long since the Graw on its heyday, but
even the old Kilo, I think it's probably comparable like the old
see,
Kilo.
I feel like it's just like a Kilo that hits harder. And like the
maybe a little
one,
bit.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I got another arrow.
I can feel my hell.
Oh, this is my squad.
Yeah, it's your squad. Louis, Vap, and Lennon.
Oh, we're on 6. We are on 6 right now.
Ooh.
Louis on 6. He's got that. Lennon's got 2. It's kind of playing similar to the Jukeyz squad, right? UAVs taking early fights with that early loadout. They're getting up points quick.
Well, that I think is the recipe of success we saw at the last event. Like, early loadout, early kills, then make sure you're in the top 15, then get to a good position, then focus on kills again.
They're on the middle floor.
I mean, the only teams we saw that were popping off early that then really struggled a bit were just the teams that would get a bunch of kills early and then not get into that top 15 or higher. They wouldn't get the multiplier, and that's what really hurt them.
Get in.
Yeah, I wonder too. Maybe it's something. Maybe we'll have to see how it plays out. But even in the North American one, some of the people that didn't play a lot of Warzone, we're CDL pros, correct?
So get ready.
Yeah.
You kind of don't have that here. So I think these guys, when they're playing with confidence, are going to be a lot more reluctant to take these fights. And if we go to the gulag, it's not that big of a deal.
We're looking for one more, I swear.
All right. We got 2 out of 3. I think you heard the call. They're looking for one more.
Get Len. Go and get Len if you
Well,
want.
with your point from that, are you saying that you think maybe there's overall more experienced players in this particular 150 breakdown because you don't have some of the CDL pros that hadn't played a lot?
No, opposite.
Okay,
I think that teams like Jukeyz and Louis squad, they are going to be taking fights early.
Gotcha. Well, someone that's going to be joining us, Joe, over the course of this elaborate, glorious, and beautiful day is going to be Wave Punk. He's going to be giving us some updates over the course of it. Wave Punk, pal, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm just giving you some. I'm your eyes in the sky, checking out the different parts of the tournament here. We heard from emzy during the team captain roundtable. She really wants to go against FIFA and Wars. Watch what happened on her first drop.
Yeah, we should all get ghost.
Yeah, I did not want to go through there.
Your teammates sent to the gulag. They'll fight for a chance to redeploy.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to fall out there. So she chucked me out.
Your teammates in the gulag.
I didn't check it out. Did you jump out? I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't go right. Fuck
It
me.
was literally just the fucking.
Shit.
They're right in the bush though. Sometimes it like pushes you out the back of the bush.
Yeah.
That's literally what it's just done to me. The worst whatever.
I can't believe.
Wow,
You
she
can hear
said
her
she
in the
wanted to
clip. She says,
fight,
like,
and she got
I
the
can't
fight.
believe it's
Unfortunately,
them.
it looks like FIFA and them got the better of it. But Caleb, appreciate the updates. Wave Punk, we dropping in from time to time to just show us exactly that. Some key moments that went down, provide some information. We appreciate it throughout the course of the broadcast. But
all right,
well, Joe, she got the fight.
Got the fight. Had the Diamante. Just, you get caught. The Diamante hits hard. And, I mean, they already had loadouts. So that is just tough. But you kind of saw there when we were on board with Louis' squad. They have the helicopters. They're flying across. It looks like we're going to have a zone pulling out towards this way, over here towards the airport. So they're just, they have a lot of early kills. Maybe now they're just thinking about position.
Oh, good God. I can't even remember where we were casting with him, where he became one of my favorite
Cold War.
international.
What was the Cold War? What was that?
The Dirty Bomb one, wasn't it?
Dirty Bomb.
Yeah, dude. He was hyping people up, dude. He became one of my favorite streamers. He was so funny. I love this guy. That's right, the Dirty Bomb
on
one.
The board. And
I forgot about that.
Rose isn't banned for this event.
Shiv, a very big streamer. Typically doesn't play Warzone, but he's got a lot of BR experience. It looks like they have some early kills. 6 on the board right now. They have good positioning, and they're just kind of playing around it. Now, this is the other one. So I think the 2 big weapons we'll see today, especially ARs, are going to be C58 and Krieg, but it's kind of up to player's choice. I mean, Krieg, a little bit easier to shoot. It's a bit of a beam, but the C58, that thing hits hard.
I only used it like when the 4X was what it was and the recoil was minimized a ton. I loved it. I actually haven't tried it since that got changed.
Some still prefer it. If you're watching some wagers and everything nowadays, there's still some preference towards that way. I mean, even Good God right here is still running that 4X. This might be the ground loot one. He might have just picked it up and thought, all right, I'm going to just go ghost.
Well, I liked it a lot on controller. I just didn't really like it much on mouse and key because I felt like I had to pull down too hard with the recoil change. But it's also me versus some of the top players in the world. So yeah, I'm not surprised to see that in it. But yeah, I know it's not quite double the damage, but it feels like it. Like it feels like it hits twice as hard as some of the other ARs. Just hits like a truck.
Vente, borrasca, no nos separemos, ven.
Estoy aquí quieto.
Vale.
En plan, aquí no me ve nadie. Tiene unas
Not a Kriper, Rasta, Luca, as they're talking through things, and looks like they've got maybe a fight up in the mountains.
All right, so this is what I was talking about, man. Right? Okay.
Oh,
First
yes!
of all, I love the recon drone. I love that. It's very strong, especially for custom lobbies. But I went to pull up the descriptions that these guys gave us, and these are the 3 sentences. I am the Warzone content creator that offers the most entertainment. I love that. The second one is I'm a tryhard, and the third one is I'm the best in the game.
Okay. Yeah, no, I looked through the list, Joe, because you know, just knowing that I wouldn't be familiar with some of the players, I was excited to get, you know, little notes on them. And I am the best, or I have the best shot, accounted for approximately 40% of the answers.
Agreed. Yes. No, that's why I was like, okay, let's look this. All right. Didn't give me a lot to work off of.
That's all right. We're gonna have a fun day. We're gonna have a fun day today. The beams are on point and the Krig is a hitting. And Joe, it doesn't matter what we're casting. As long as I have you by my side, I know it's going to be a beautiful day.
It is. It's going to be a great day. We have Call of Duty with us as well. But we got a Mac 10. I love the Mac 10. Mac 10 Krig. They find some early shields, but now they have to rotate. I think they have a pretty far rotation as well. They're going to have to work their way across that bridge. Maybe just try to play up in the mountain. Oh, never mind. They don't have that far to go, so I lied.
It's tough to tell from the minimap sometimes because it'll be like right at the cutoff.
Yeah.
There's been times where I've started to panic first circle. I'm like, Joe, how far do we have to go? And you're just a little bit ahead of me. You're like, what do you mean, dude? We gotta go like 50 yards. Oh, my bad.
Well, when we were on board with Louis' team, they were flying all the choppers like towards airport. I thought we saw the minimap. It's definitely pulling that way, but it's still third, so a little early.
Yeah. Well, we're down to 75. Half the lobby has now been cut out of it. Obviously, that can change based on buybacks, gulag wins, and whatnot, but we're getting deeper into this one.
But you can see on the left who's got the most points right now. Louis has 14, Kazar 11, Jukeyz 9. So some of the teams that we thought would be in the running early here in game 1 are.
I'll tell you what, they need to come out with I've always wanted to learn to speak a second language. They need to come out with, like, you'll see it in like sci-fi movies or like any kind of futuristic movies that have like a, you know, the earpiece you put in and suddenly you can like understand different languages. I might need that for these broadcasts so that I can really hear what they're getting into on the comms. So I need futuristic technology to exist now, Joe.
Yeah, that'll exist one day for sure. That'll be awesome. 100%. You can just travel somewhere. You can just like hit a button.
Yeah, it sounds like something that actually like will exist. I'm pretty sure
it definitely will.
Yeah.
Hay tres que le está comiendo la zona.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately,
like
we're just going off of pings. They have UAVs.
Tienen que salir de ahí.
They're taking some early fights. They can hold this squad. A couple of red dots just going to have to move away.
Tiro wallband. Cuidado con el de
Team shots got to be on point. Because they do have, like, it looks like there's one little building. You can see it on the edge of the circle there. They're going to have a little bit of cover to work with. I think it's the house he just looked at, like the orange house low.
Yeah, I just don't know if that's in though. It's like there's one little spot, maybe like the top bedroom that might be safe, but they might even have to jump off of that.
Well, that's gonna be the big thing.
Oh, the team shot.
Well, do they even get there? Because yeah, they're getting lit up. That was only one though, right?
Yeah, only one that they got. I think they're just going to take their points and still going to take this fight. Yeah, I can't really tell. It looks like there might be one little corner that's in, but they're going to have to start thinking about rotating too, maybe where they want to move for their next position.
Didn't they just put down a munitions box like 30 seconds ago?
Yeah, but they were lighting up this house. Especially with the Krig, it goes quick.
That's true. That's true. I just had like deja vu there. I was like, didn't they just put one down?
I mean, they have numbers. They could push this if they wanted to.
This looks like it's going to be a pretty central finish, right? Or like airport?
Pretty sure it's yeah, I think it's airport.
Airport? Yeah, dude, that would be, you know how crazy, just in public lobbies, how wild the Indians could be if they're like actually on top of airport.
Well, yeah, because let's talk about airport, right? You have inside, you have multiple floors, you have the tunnel down low, you have airport garage, you have the roof as well. I mean, there is a lot of variables inside of airport, like places you could go where multiple squads can be held up.
And that's why it gets so interesting if that's where it's going to end, because
oh, there you go, they're pushing it.
A small circle that size where it might have 5 teams can have 15. But yeah, let's go for it. See if they can get these kills.
There's only one left.
They're going to keep kind of fighting on edge.
Voy. Aquí un chaleco muy buena. Hay una torreta aquí.
The squad wipe comes up, so I think they get all those kills. They've got a buy to work with. Not a ton of cash. No, there's somebody still up because Luga's getting ripped. His plates are off.
Que no puedo comprar el OV que me mate la torreta.
I don't know if this is a full second team or what.
I would assume by now, it seems like the way they're playing is they found the kill. But I think now they're getting held, which is the problem. Looks like that's a Gallo inside of that house. Gotta be careful. Gallo's so strong up there with the street sweeper. Well, looks like we're on board with Raka. He's got one as well as we go for this fight. Shots trying to connect, trying to bait and switch. They have the numbers.
Una bala. Me mata los de izquierda.
Oh, he gets the finish. They both will drop.
Hay gente en izquierda disparando. Me ha dejado tocadísimo el de izquierda de lejos.
He got all three. Well, their team just got smoked. And this, I guess, is going to be the gulag. Prepper is the first to drop, and it's a utility use again.
Vamos a intentar hacer el gulag.
Now we'll see if the other two teammates can get out of this. But I don't even think there were multiple there. I think it was one player.
I think it was one. Yeah, I think you're right. And yeah, they got fried.
Absolutely fried. Because, I mean, 1v3 in a public lobby is one thing. 1v3 in this is just, whew.
And now here's the tough part, right? We're at 5th zone. Loadout drops. It's like, do you want to go for this? Or do you want to start playing placements? You have some points. Top 15 is that 1.5x multiplier for those points, and we're down to 22 teams remaining.
We can do it.
I see him in the window. Okay,
I'm out of Jax, Baltheon. Gooey, we'll see where they...
Crack one. We gotta go.
Well, not really where they get set up. How they can get in on this cross. Because you can see it is still pulling deeper and deeper towards airport and like the airport mountain, but... One goes in the window. Yeah, you hear the shotgun call up. As soon as you hear the shotgun popping, it gets a little bit scarier. Oh, no, not again. Not again.
Oh, when you heard their comms, too. You just heard their comms. I don't think they died. There's no gulag. It's closed. Right? So they were playing so safe. 5th circle comes up, and, well, we're just not used to that, right? A lot of the times the gulag closed. Sometimes it's a surprise.
Well, I think it was... was it Isaac's team? I thought I saw Isaac pop up on the kill feed, so it might have been Isaac's squad. And he's somebody we're excited to see how far he's going to get to go, but I just looked at Isaac's note, by the way. His says, I'm representing all daddy streamers out there, showing we can still compete as easy as changing diapers.
Nice. What would yours be? Like, represent all 35 plus gamers out there? For the bald and the old?
Probably. Like, you know, one of the top gamers with an AARP card. I'm one of those people. Yeah, I can go to the movie theaters and get like the senior citizen discounts. I'm paying $5 for a ticket. You're paying $15. Who's really winning? But to check in on what's going on and give us further updates, we're gonna toss it over to Wavepunk.
All right, we were tracking along with Louis CM's squad earlier in the event. They were able to rack up 15 kills in the time before 2 of them got eliminated. Right now, I don't know if we can go to them, but right now, Lennon is sitting on a roof and has been since 31 squads, because if one more squad goes down, their 15 points jumps to 22.5 points. He's been hiding on a roof, ratting it out, and they just crossed 15 squads. He's still up. He successfully did it.
Fantastic. And Kayla, that's a good shout out. Like that top 15 line, that is huge. And now we've entered that, so the multiplier has kicked in. And I was keeping an eye, Joe. Ethan, our wonderful producer, linked me the kind of dead or alive list to see who's left in it, which is actually very, very helpful. Now I have that pulled up next to me so I can see who's still in it. Recrent still got his whole squad in. There's only Isaac's team, his Pantheon. There's like 5 teams that have their whole squad in. There's not many. And this is the POV Wavepunk was talking about. Lennon was just trying to get into the top 15, and he does. He's on 7.
Yeah, he just wants the point multiplier. And while they're in 2nd right now with overall score at 16, so they have 16 kills in this game. Kaiser, though, is leading the way.
I don't think they'll jump out.
But yeah, there must be a team ATC. He only has a DMR, so not a lot to work with. Only 1 plate. He is hoping to find a kill and then find some loot. That is really it.
You said Kaiser's leading the way. I don't know if they're still... Alive.
Oh, there's that kill. Now, can he stay alive? There's some guns to work with, but here comes the peek. At least found one. At least found one.
My controller disconnects, man. Like, what the fuck is it doing?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Apparently, maybe having some mechanical issues. There is a bloodbath going on around ATC right now. People dropping left and right.
15.
I have no idea how many teams we have left after the course. I think we're into the top 10 now, I believe.
We never get kills when we go up there.
Well, every player in the lobby is always ready for ATC.
Oh, we're down to
be
5.
out of
We're
the
down to
zone.
5 now. From 15 to 5 in a matter of
This
seconds.
might be one of the last full teams alive as well.
Shots. You shoot 90 bullets and not kill anyone.
There's only 7 other players now. 6.
It's fine. Stay there.
Here we go. The fights are going on. There's just one player left. It looks like we already have a Warzone victim. I don't know what is happening.
Did we do some time travel? Wait, was one stream behind? I don't know what just happened. I saw 6 left, and that's the Pantheon fighting, and then I saw the game over.
Who won?
I don't know. I felt like I was following a Christopher Nolan film. It was a Nolan film. To break down whatever happened in the final couple of seconds there, we're gonna kick it over to Wavepunk and Brycey.
All right, welcome back. Well, what a ridiculous game that actually was. Kind of crazy how it all came down to the end there, Caleb.
Yeah, it always does. It always does, Ton, right? This is always the situation.